Hey YouTube, Thomas here with a special video review. This may be one of my 50th video. You know what? It's not. It's a special video. Today we are doing Generation 1 Soundwave versus the Universe reissue Soundwave. And I've been waiting to do these guys for a long while. Well, I already did the original Generation 1. So, if you want to go watch it. It's a really good old video of my original Soundwave. This is the newest mold of this version. There are many differences I have spotted. And I did want to do one custom. I gave him the original Soundwave, this nice little blaster. And in the background, as I did with some other videos, a Family Guy portrait. Let's go with the cassettes first, and I'll be doing the cassettes all separate. Now, this originally came with 4. I'm not gonna bother do all of them. I'm not gonna bother because they're kind of crap, and it'll take too long. So let's go with the cassettes first. And they never made it bothered to make a reissue sound. Any other reissue except Laserbeak Rabbit and Rat Bat. Here are the 2 cassettes. We have the original Laserbeak on the right and the reissue. Any difference besides the reissue wanting to tumble over? The paint is much brighter and it's kind of it's much thicker on the reissue and then the original, and it's very thick. On this joint right here on the reissue is bigger, and on the original it's smaller. It's bigger, and that's the phone. Stickers are all messed up on the original. I've gotten around to get the repo labels for these. Very loose, floppy. This is thicker. The reissue has a hard time standing up like this. The other difference is this doesn't, on the original, the sticker right here is different than the reissue sticker. Yeah, so it's much thicker. The black is much darker. Gold metal. We're watching a show where kids go to jail, mostly 13, 17-year-olds. To transform them, they're very simple. Just pull out the legs, and that, pull out the head. And mine is still loose, and I'm gonna get the original guns. And when I first got my original buzzsaw, I actually broke the tip to one of the guns. Here's the original. There are differences in this mode as well. In bird mode. Specifically, the head doesn't like to come off like the original. It's much tighter. I don't like the reissue a lot. It's not a great reissue buzzsaw. There are differences. The gold is much brighter on this figure because it's chrome. Nice. And actually a busted cannon right there. There's another difference. Here we go. Here's another difference. If you're wanting to get an original. So be careful if you're buying an original buzzsaw. Make sure. This is the biggest difference. There's actually 2 big differences. The original has this thing right there, this little pin, where the original has this big right pin. And the original says, Takara Company Ltd 7483 Japan, while the new one says nothing. Simply says nothing. So those are the 2 main differences, along with the stickers. And on the original there's no M right there. And there's dots on the new one than the old one. So there are the differences with the 2 cassettes. Oh, and I'm using the reissue Soundwave cassette. gun for my original because I hate the reissue. I bought it for the cassettes. Here are the Soundwaves. They have a main difference. The main differences are here, here, on the side, on the back, and inside, and in robot mode. We'll get on to them. First off, this guy has every sticker. This is like the pre-rubbed Soundwave. This is the original Soundwave. Now, on the original Soundwave, there's this line is much thicker right here than on the reissue. It's much thinner. Side. The stickers on the new one are much darker on the side. On the back, same deal. And on the original Soundwave, there's not these dents. Let me take out the guns. I'll show you the differences with the guns right now. Well, obviously this one I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna form up the cannon a bit quickly because I want to. Oh, and there is a difference with the blue as well. The blue on the original is much darker than the reissue. It looks like a turquoise. So let's get these parts aside. I'll tell you what I know. And they both have dates on the back. I'll just show you. The guns, the side cannons, on the original, it's much, if you want to get one, it's much deeper. You can see the missiles. This one is much more shallower. The stickers, the original says battery inside. I don't know that it's making out that well. There, see, reissue doesn't have that. It has this sticker right here. It has a line which it's on the bottom and much thicker than the original. They're both hollow. And there's the side guns. Not that much difference. Oh, and for some reason, they changed the color. Oh, one more difference. This one, it's not thicker here on this line than that one. There's diecast in the feet, but it's much darker on the reissue. The form is much better. The biggest difference is in the front. It's not the extended Toys R Us one where this is much thicker, see, than the original. And the clips, there's on the reissue, they decided to attach these clips for the cassette door on the side of the reissue, and there's no molding right there. But on the original, there isn't. The molding is inside the figure. There's a pin right there, and I'm gonna try and swap out the doors. And it's very hard to see. I really want to switch these two doors around. I'm going to try. I'm going to disassemble them tonight and try and then swap out. Oh, and originally this Soundwave had, the blue's darker, this is dark, and the gray's darker. It originally had a rose sign, but I gave that to my original thrust. It wasn't a pre-rub thrust. It's much tighter here, wheel, exact same. The wheels are the exact same thing if you're buying it. Much brighter here than the original. It says A on the original on here, on the reissue. The original has this little circle. Inside, the detailing is identical, except there's a detail inside, like a machine, that's lower on the original than the reissue. And inside the clips system, there's a clip and a tab clip, which I think it's broken. Yeah, it's broken on the reissue because I was forceful. There are differences in clips because in here on the reissue, this is the reissue. See that? This is the. Oh, I didn't break my original, which is a great thing. Is it? No, I didn't. See that? It's much different. The only thing that's different is there's a hole in the original than the reissue. Obviously, rub signs on the side. The gold is much better. It's much more pink there than red. Record much thicker. Oh, and the stickers on the reissue, no appliancing, and it does nothing. It completely does nothing, except it's sock. Oh, and the final difference is in the back. The original says Takara Company Ltd 7483 Japan. And I don't want to get these mixed up. Is this one? No, this one. The reissue says, and it has a little circle in there. It says Hasbro 1974, 1983, Takara Company Ltd 7483 China C1063B, which that's a big difference from the original. But which of these things transform? Obviously, and my original is complete. Transformation, it's very stiff, and I'm still trying to get some rep labels for the original. And I paid $55 for the original because I was at an auction. The guy knew how much because he was a guy that knew everything. He wasn't a random auctioner. Side cannon. Oh, and for some reason the reissue side cannon is a little bit taller than the original, and it fits him just fine because the hole is much. It's filled in a lot more than the original, which that's the only thing I like about this reissue. Well, not really, but the heads are completely different. And it's very stiff. Here we have the original and reissue Soundwave in their not even described transformation because they're the exact transformation. The cassette does nothing. The cassettes do nothing in this mode. The only difference in this mode I can find, well, there's two. The brightness of the reissue Soundwave and the faces. The original Soundwave had a yellow color. Both visors are inaccurate to the original, and that's a circle and 3 rhombozoids. Now the reissue, it's slanted a lot back and has this yellowish greenish head visor. Now in the show they were red visors, and the triangle on the reissue is much bigger than the original, and I doubt you can see it. There's one more difference. The reissue Soundwave, the keys right here, record and stop, are smaller than the original. They're bigger. If this sticker is on, if you're finding a reissue, that's a difference along with that. So this is the lookout, and along with the buzzsaw. So yeah, there's the original and the reissue. I only recommend the reissue for the cassettes because I was lazy and I said, oh no, I'm not going to bother paying for original cassettes. Just get the reissues. For some reason, the original, this is one of the only best articulated. Its head moves, arms, they bend, they have leg posability, and I'm holding the camera right now, so yay. So, let me get the 2 cassettes out. And the original Soundwave has one major flaw, and this is on mine because of how loose this is. Is top joints. It's just very loose.
Who cares?
Alright, and I'm going to be grabbing another figure from the... I'm grabbing any random figure. Here, let me get this one, because this is the only good one that I think can actually scale. Here is the Mega Class Polar Cloth from B Stores. Original Soundwave, bigger than a Mega Class. Now this is actually a Voyager class in the new. It started off with I don't know. It started off with, I can't even remember. It started off with Mega, then it goes to Voyager. And I grabbed one other figure, the figure himself, Fatimus Prime, which is a Mega Class, which is a lot taller. And you're wondering why I picked him on because so I'm not moving around. So, do I recommend the reissue? I just recommend it for the cassettes, and this is a difference video. I hope I didn't get my. Is there any other differences? Hang on, I think there's one more. Oh, the reissue Soundwave. It's much better detail. You could see it better here than the reissue, the original. That's the last difference I can spot. So, do I recommend the set? Oh, switch off. Yes, I do recommend it just for the cassettes. That's why I bought it. I paid $60 for this, and I had the box downstairs because it was Soundwave and it was special. And I found a lot of differences, like 20 in total. The cassette's not that much. So that's it. Is that it? Oh, one more thing. Be on the lookout for this Soundwave. If it's not in box and if it's loose, don't buy it. It couldn't be sold on eBay as an original. Oh, and I want to show you a sad thing. See that fish tank? Remember who lived there? They're gone. All three are gone. The first one to die was a guy we called Chowder. Then my newest one, Shogun, the smallest. And then the final one, Six Shot, I think that died either yesterday or the day before. Like I said, do I recommend these figures? Yeah. Only the original, not the reissue. Oh, and this is a gun that I found randomly somewhere, and I customized it, and it actually fits in the original Soundwave stand. It's a sniper rifle. So that's it, guys. Take care. But don't buy the reissue unless you're willing to pay that much money.